What you got?
I got one that started cringy, is funny, and it ended a little sweet.
Okay, let's have it.
Just kidding, it ended terribly. All right, let's get into it. I was working at the mall. I was working at the mall at this time. Well, there was this girl who worked at J.C. Penney or something. She would always get coffee at the panini joint I worked at.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I brought her a free coffee after work and just asked for her number. I got it. Started texting her. She asked me out on a date. She was 24. I was 20.
Yep.
So she wanted to go to a bar, and I was like, you know what? I'm only 20.
The apartment days.
The apartment days. And she goes, oh, that's okay. Keep in mind, I had never been out on the night scene whatsoever, not even like a little glimpse. So she goes, that's okay. We'll go to this great bar that I know. It's called Club Q. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Sounds good. She was like, hey, let's 18 and up in. And she comes, she gets to the apartment. First of all, she says, I'm out front. I get in the car to find out that I opened the shotgun door to find out that she brought her friend with her and I have to sit in the back. And so I sit in the back and we're going to Club Q and I Google the bar and I see a little martini glass and I'm like, oh, cool.
Tread lightly.
It's a martini bar. For real. I got you. It's a martini bar. Like, this is going to be a real classy joint. This is going to be a fun time, an interesting first experience for me.
No.
And we get there and I find out what it actually is. And this is, again, my first time out in any nightclub, really, out on the town. This is my first experience. And I'm a little uncomfortable because that's not my scene. That's all. It's not my scene.
Sure.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, what's okay. I don't want to lead anybody on. I had this long, beautiful hair at the time,
super
longer
long.
than this. Yeah.
Man bun type shit.
Yeah. Her and her friends start having drinks. They're talking. She is barely talking to me. I'm talking to her friend more than she is talking to me, which I found really odd because she's 4 fucking years older than me. You'd think she'd be mature enough to talk to her date. Not so much. Eventually, her friend just starts slipping me shots, and so I start getting a little more tipsy. And I go into the bathroom. I start peeing in the urinal, and a dude comes up into the urinal next to mine. He starts peeing. He looks over and he goes, oh, you have beautiful hair. I went, oh, thank you. People have been saying that all night. It's starting to get to my head. This dude then takes his hand off of what he's doing and brushes my hair.
Oh my God. No.
I immediately lurch back and I go, what are you doing? And he goes, dude, he literally said this. I kid you not. He said, dude, don't be homophobic. I said, homophobic my ass. It doesn't matter if I'm gay or not.
Oh no.
That's unsanitary. That's gross. We're both peeing. You just took your hands off your dick to brush my hair. And then I started just saying this to him. I said, what's my name? What's my name? Because if you can't even tell me my name, you have no business taking your hand off your dick and brushing my hair.
And what if he told you your name?
I would have been terrified. I would have ran right into there. It's so scary.
Yeah. Marshall Baker.
I've been like, oh, this dude's been planning it. And I would have ran.
Planning.
So
what I'm planning.
I decided in that moment, I was like, I got to set the record straight. So I walked out back onto that dance floor. I walked up to my date. I grabbed her. I swung her to the side and I planted a kiss on her, waiting a bit, making sure that everybody in the place saw it.
Everyone's like, aww.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know.
Wait,
I like to think
the same chick? The
Satanist chick. Yeah. All right, it gets worse from there. Yeah,
that's
we were done to that. No.
A man with his dick hands brushed your hair.
Yeah.
And that's not the worst part.
That's not the worst part.
Oh, someone touched his butthole.
Is at the very end of all of this, what Chris already brought up is, me kissing her kind of loosened her up. We start talking finally. We're dancing. And I noticed a tattoo on her clavicle here. And I'm like, hey, what's that tattoo?
You know this story?
He does. Yeah. He already stated it, really. I say, hey, what's this tattoo? I think it's some Nordic thing or maybe Mayan or something. It's kind of the design I thought. And she says, oh, it's a Satanist tattoo. I used to be a Satanist. And I was like, oh, wow, used to be. What changed your mind? And she was like, well, nothing really. I would say I still am a Satanist. I just don't go to the church as much. And I was like, oh, so, this has already all been a terrible experience. But by the end of it, I find out that me and this woman share vastly different core values, and she's a Satanist, which is kind of the opposite.
So did you bring her over for tacos before or after that?
after that.
Oh my god.
After that.
Yo,
After
so
that.
one of
The worst part about all of that is I didn't realize that was a bad date till like 2 years ago.